Hello. Audio check, video check. I hope everything is check. I hope you can hear me. No boomer moments. And I hope the audio. Let me pause the music for a second. All right. Good to be back, guys. Good to be back. It's been such a long time. May 11, I think, was the last stream that I did. After May 11, 1825, it's been almost close to 3 weeks. I don't think I've gone through such a big gap, except when I was finishing up my chessable course. I haven't even done streams for Chess 24 India in the meanwhile. And it's been about 4 days since I got discharged from the hospital. Or I'm pretty much back to normal in terms of general functioning. But in terms of high intensity energy, I think still maybe like 50%, 60%. So this is going to be a casual stream. I'll play some music, but we really need to begin at some time. Yeah, we cannot just sit around and not do anything and hope things get better. We have to start somewhere. So this is going to be the resumption, and slowly a lot more of these streams back. Yeah, so today is going to be focused more on gameplay, less on talk, and some music as well. And of course, it's going to be low energy. I'm not known for as the most high energy streamer in general, but even for my standard, it's going to be slow and a steady resumption for today. And after the end of the tournament, you can ask me whatever questions you have about my COVID journey and how it started, how I recovered, how am I feeling now, and all those things. But before that, we start with chess. And I've been playing a few practice games in between, but it doesn't feel the same. I haven't been able to get to that old flow. I've been playing quite badly actually, and for some reason, my reflexes are really slow, especially towards the end stages, the critical moments. I'm just not able to get that speed, which is normal as a professional grandmaster. So that's how you recover here. You start doing things, and then it all comes back from deep within. So when you don't do something for a long time, when you take a break, when you don't have a practice, it kind of goes to low priority in your brain, in your system. And then when you just do those things, it all comes back. So it's just muscle memory, recall. And we got to keep doing these things from time to time, slow and steady, how much ever we can. But it's important not to stop completely for a long time, because we either use it or lose it, and I certainly don't want to lose this. So the tournament begins in 10 seconds, and let's just have fun. Let's get into the flow. Let's get into that state of concentration. The reason why we all enjoy playing any game, why I got into chess, and we have kickoff. So what shall be my first move? Oh, the clock has already started. I think I'll start with something safe. Knight F3. Thank you so much for all the love, chat, and love you all back. Steady, slow start. So I can either take this first. These questions that offers a very small advantage for it. Nothing more. What if he plays d4 now? I'm not sure. I just I think I'm down a pawn already. I think I messed up somewhere. But this should get like this for white. What are yours? Yeah. Now he wants to play a6 next. Huh? I can play f4 and rook c1 or some queen b3. But I may just verse here. That would not be a nice way to start. But not totally unexpected either. Such a nice wish. On knight c7, but black can just play knight c6. I think black should be completely fine. Yeah, and he's also played well here. So, as white, I have a very bad position from the opening, and I need to try and buckle down, try and equalize. Try to defend and play for a 2. This will be tough to even fight for a draw because, yeah, he's a pawn up, but this pawn is also a very strong pawn. And I might lose my second pawn. So takes into d3.
How heavy is that? Light work with the bass on the track, on my face to the back like I'm taking a slap. I need a drink, but it's straight from the tap. And I'm hating the slack, couple man slide around like the hate in the gaff.
Before check is actually a very strong.
Vibes in the fun all the way to the back.
I'm losing an exchange. Yeah. I'm losing an exchange and I'm a pawn down. And my opponent is actually playing very well. He's playing all correct moves. He seems to be a serious chess player who's taking this for practice. This bishop is also stuck. So yeah, I think it's going to be a loss in the first round portion.
How heavy is that? Light work with the bass on the track, on my face to the back like I'm taking a slap. I need a drink, but it's straight from
I'll probably lose this bishop with some knight of 9 and 6. After that I should resign.
Please stop talking that trash, cause the vibes and the fun all the way to the back.
It doesn't feel nice to resign actually. Still don't want to give up. Just want to try and cling on to something. But realistically, we're also with increment, so even flagging is not an option. But I mean, what's the harm? Just to play g5 and trap. Nothing is going to come out of this. One defend check. I think that's the extent of my defense. Okay, fine. Cool. So 0 out of 1, and yeah, good to see you all back, guys. Good to be back as well. Thanks so much for the super chat, Nina. So 0 out of 1, 10 more. I don't think I've lost the first round of the title Tuesday before this, but full credit to my opponent. I think he played really well and deserved to. Fully deserved to win that. My accuracy level was 63.9, but my opponent's was 98.1. So yeah, knight c3 was a mistake. I should have just come back knight f2. I mixed up things a bit, which happens. And then after 10 moves, I was just completely lost. Okay, let's focus on the next game. Yeah, guys, I'm recovering fast. Don't worry. In terms of recovery, I'm recovering as fast as I possibly can. Oh, annoying to wait after losing. Morgan seems to be doing well. He's playing usually streams. Long games going. Sarana, who is black, is also struggling. One of the best junior players in the world from Russia. He played an online Olympiad for the Russian junior league. This white will win easily. White has this bishop. Yeah, the pawn goes to d6, d7 and goes to a8. Bishop c4 is also bad. No, but I think d7 and rook d8 was simple. Now it's not so clear. Nah, this is not good. I think black will take the win and make it wrong. White choked. There should be a draw. In fact, black can start playing for win here. Look at 4 and take this pawn and play with the extra. But yeah, it should be a draw. Back to Niranjan. This is also probably a draw. Because the hedge pawn is not going. The knight is, yeah. We're stuck with just one last thing. Wow, this is not going to be simple because the G pawn is a parser now, so and white has really choked that. Yes, Varali, I'm back. I'm back and we'll get these streams going gradually, surely and steadily. I'll be back for the Challenges Chess Tour as well, June 10 to 14, Chess 24 India. So things will be, back, totally back to normal in about a week or so. But yeah, I think it will take about a week to recover more and more. And although I'm doing most of the functions normally, if you see in terms of chess, I'm still very much in cold storage. In terms of talking also, I'm still in cold storage. Okay, round 2. Let's try and play some good chess this time. The first round was embarrassing. I'll try to take it slow. I'll try to play according to my abilities. As in my adjusted abilities, which I think is not yet at GM. Normal open. White cannot take this because of A1 look hanging. A1 was attacked after short casual. I mean, it was defended. But now I can just take this because the D2 bishop is undefended. So I think my opponent mixed up something. If we steal, never pawn up. After c4, I can always take queen into d2. Pawn up now. Queen goes back. My bishop comes here to c4. And pawn is in the fixed deposit. Safe. The d2 bishop not well placed, blocked by its own pawns. Yeah, so it's a mate threat, and since the play h6, then I weaken my light squares. If I play g6, I weaken my dark squares. Since she has a dark square bishop, it's not a good idea to weaken my dark squares. I think f5 is the best play. Trying to keep everything under control. After queen d1, she loses a bit of control, so I advance my rook. Chess being a quintessential game of control. Now I have a very nice and interesting choice. A very provocative dish. Losing control of all the light squares. Going all in on the dark squares. This shouldn't work. Just desperation from white. I think I can even take this. Maybe that. Actually, maybe I'm underestimating this. Yeah, I'm underestimating this. Rook into d2, queen h7, king f7, queen h5. I have to go king f6. So there is no queen g5 check. And after king f6, there is no check. Oh my god. Because of this king f6 move, this whole variation works. So again, that is chess. You know, it's a lot about these calculations that hinge on one tempo, and that one tempo doesn't. Now she wants to play g5 check, so I go queen d3 with the idea of rook d1. After g5, I just come king e7. There is no queen d5 check. Look how nice and strong this bishop is here. So after king e7, there is no check. Next I'll play bishop f3, rook d1, and it's pretty much over for white. Rook d4, it's queen into c3. There's a threat of rook b7 check. I can just prevent it. I can just play bishop f3. Rook b7 is king b6. That was easy. Okay, first win in a tournament post-COVID. Karu's winning. No surprises, but Gautam Chalas seems to be doing not bad at all, but he's a piece down. He's a piece down, but he seems to be doing well with these pawns. His king is a bit exposed. Should probably just give up the a7 pawn and try to beat the b5 pawn with something like c6. But it looks like white has things under control. White seems to be doing really well. Scalpel, I cannot help with that right now. Yeah, Gautam still has this dangerous menacing pawns. White can even take rook into c2. Because after 1980 he always had this queen check. This works too. Just take the pawn. And white has everything at the back. This works too. Good try by Gautam, but not to be. Ronak, the master of title boosting. Yeah, I think he should win this. White is trying to probably try and create some pressure here, but that was a bad move, h4. Anyway, this position is bad, but this is not really helping him. Black still has some issues to solve. Bishop g4 and maybe he can try to get him. But the thing is, he's never getting h5, so I think sooner or later Black should improve and crash for this push. Yeah, the king gets to safety here. Then he plays some f5 at some point. Just waiting around here, f5. Just has the knight. Now, yeah, let's won this. He's a rook up now. That was an easy win for one. Yeah, nice to see you all again. Good to be back. Good to be back to playing chess. Good to be back to streaming. And also good to test myself at what levels my energy is at right now. I'll estimate it around 40-50%. It's a bit like Itachi and Kisame when they send the 30% chakra mods, you remember? In Naruto. That's the... Oh, this wait times in Title Tuesday is so annoying. So much wait time. There's just too much wait time. Okay, next game has begun. And my opponent is actually a known person. He's a friend. Name is Shaker, he's from Chennai. Quite well known to me actually. It's a modest opening for me. My opponent has kind of responded in an ambitious way. Bishop f5. How do I continue here? Knight h4 is one way. Knight into, I think I can play knight h4. Knight into d2, knight into f5, knight into f1, knight into g7. At the end, I think I'm taking some important pieces. Well, I think I'm just blending this pawn. In which case I'll just be a pawn now. Yeah, I think I just blended a pawn. This is kind of what I was hoping for. Although I'm really not sure if it is worth it what I'm doing. Seems like a huge gamble for this one dark square bishop. And the pair of bishops. I didn't quite calculate this well. I think I could have played a bit better there. Now I think black has pretty attractive options. I don't think he needed to have taken that alone this. This gives me some compensation. I think I should probably take this pawn and give up one of my pawns. The other option is to take king into f1. I think king into f1. Because there's no way to defend this, so I think I'm getting at least 2 pawns. So white has compensation, although I'm not really better here. He did not respond in the best possible way. Oh, I just missed that he has this option. It's still not bad. Also, one of his problems is he's playing a bit too slow. This is just such a bad game by me. I've played all bad moves, but probably due to the respect he has for me, he's taking a lot of time and making suboptimal decisions. Just psychology. Good old psychology at play. Now the time difference is actually way too much, and it was not even like my play was at such high level that it has to give him special problems to solve. Okay, here's his position under control. I need to be careful. If I make a bad blender, the position can get bad very, very quickly. Okay, now I have a very nice fish. My king is a bit exposed. That's the only issue. Okay, now we have everything under control. He can already resign. Okay, that was actually not easy. I actually played really badly, but I just got lucky. I think it's a respect to excess respect my opponent had for me. Thank you so much, Sai Kari. Thanks for super chat. Yeah, good to see you all back as well, and good to be back. Hikaru is winning as usual. Otherwise, any interesting games? $560 players turned up, so title Tuesday is still a popular thing. This is going to be a draw between Harsha. By now you know all these players, right? People like Grandmaster Harsha and a lot of other Grandmasters. I did not give a check. I don't think I had an option to do that. Well done, Magic Bunny. I remember, I think you were the last person I raided before my unofficial break from streaming. My enforced break. Actually, I hadn't taken a break at all for almost 6 months, I think, since September. It's been, it had been one thing after another. Finally, it took COVID to have an enforced break. I can't say that was great. I mean, I would have preferred if it was voluntary. I wish it hadn't been enforced like that. 3-month break. But whatever it takes to get a break.
You know that I run it. Everything you wanna
Okay, still some games going on. 2 out of 3 is a respectable score after 3 games. But so far the level of my games has been very, very scratchy, very, very patchy, very, very rusty, shaky. Retail 44. FIDE Master from France. Starts with E4. Sticking to my good old caravan. I guess at some point I should try and do some different openings as well. No? It's becoming like same stuff. Monotony kills. Monotony is maybe some of the worst things you can do to yourself, or maybe not. I don't know. I myself personally prefer constant change. I find that monotony can really sap away your creativity. So what am I supposed to do here? I don't remember. Until this point, it's all theory. As black, how should I continue here? It's not logical for me to take this because there's queen e4 check at the end. So, according to logic, how should black continue here? Queen c7 is a logical move. Bishop e7 is a logical move. I'll just play bishop e7. But here I'm worried about h3. Then I take this. Now h3 is definitely an option. I do have strategic compensation here for the pawn. So it's not like the first round ka question. And I feel more warmed up also. Yeah, I think white is also totally. White seems in control. Knight a7 is my intention. But if I'm not able to get back this pawn by force, then oh, c6 I just totally missed. This is bad for me. Okay, we'll try something out. This is not at all good for me. So makes me curious, wonder why I'm getting myself into such bad situations. But that's how life works. Sometimes you are pushed into these situations, whether you like it or not. So you gotta make the best out of it. You gotta keep fighting. Keep trying, keep striving, keep resisting. My opponent hasn't converted this in the most seamless way, and with this he has actually blended. I can take this, and play queen g4 check. Yes, miss this. If we keep striving, if we keep exerting effort, but sometimes it works out. Very often it doesn't. It's a probability thing. Nothing is 100% or 0%. Okay, this was a bit lucky, but I think my opponent just didn't play well. But by that, it also meant I played better, so well deserved win. Yes, Joy. I'm doing much better now. As I said, back to normal in terms of day-to-day functions. In terms of exertion, it will take some time. In terms of high exertion activities like playing chess, streaming, it will take a bit longer to get to the 100%. So I think after 4 rounds there is a break now, yes, and Hikaru is upon down, guys. He's struggling. So he's struggling, but he shouldn't lose this because there are too few pawns. With this, he has this devilish trick with 96 check. Yeah, king g8 back. Rook d8, king h7, rook d7, king g8. And it's going to be a draw. Oh, his opponent wants to win this. Knight b3 black, yeah, I can still go knight e6. Rook into d7, there's knight f8 check. This is just too few pawns, so it's going to be a draw. But good on his opponent to try actually. And I mean, why not? Black has absolutely no risk here, so he can keep trying. No, one of the things about me looking tired today, it's not just the fatigue, but it's also the tablets that I'm taking. I'm still on medicines for at least a week or so or more. The tablets, it kind of does, I think, dull the brain a bit. And I've been taking tablets for a while now. It's a bit annoying. I hope I run my course as soon as possible, but I have to endure it for a bit longer. Thank you so much, Akshat, and yes, good to be back as well. Yeah, the hospital photo, it was actually a pretty scary situation at that time, you know. I was actually not doing well, and I really needed that timely medical care. My oxygen levels were actually going below the mark, going below 95. I mean, it was clearly below 90, and I wasn't getting better for several days. I had to connect myself to an oxygen concentrator and get it past 90 before I could get a hospital bed. It was I was also quite scared at that point myself. I I don't think there was a risk to my life at any point, but I didn't enjoy being on oxygen support. It's not pleasant being supported by an artificial device for basic things like breathing for your life, and also no fun to just lie around in a hospital bed and rely on other people to your basic functions. So it was looking bad at that point, but as soon as I checked into the hospital, and within a couple of days I was doing so much better. Before that, I was struggling to eat. I was struggling to just sit in a chair and function like this. I couldn't. I couldn't sit for more than an hour or so. All I could do was curl up and sleep and take tablets to get the fever down. Oh yes, absolutely. Soumya OP. Uh, Dr. Raghavi, who is the wife of Grandmaster Vishnu Prasanna, coach of Gukesh, she was the one who helped get a bed for me in one of the hospitals here, and that turned out to be pretty timely and instant. And a lot of other people helped as well. So I got such excellent medical care, and I'm pretty lucky for that. So yeah, guys, while we're at the break, you can ask me any questions regarding how it happened, how things are right now, and you can ask me anything. Thank you so much, chat. Thank you so much for all the hearts, all the love. You guys are amazing, brilliant. This is exactly why I should be back. This is better for me than binge watching something on Prime or Netflix. So good to. Guys, I'm not also as weak as I appear to be. I'm not as weak as I look. I'm certainly doing better. I'm just conserving energy so I can put up a decent show. So don't worry, guys. Don't be too concerned. It's all clear now. I'm back. I'm recovered, and I'm back. Thank you so much, Sailesh. I'm not yet vaccinated. Uh, I I got it happened pretty quickly. The vaccination opened up in May, and I was already about. I think getting COVID is kind of organic way of getting vaccinated. It's a way of vaccination. You will get the antibodies. It's just more suffering and more organic way, if you can call it. And it's not a choice you want to voluntarily choose. But anyway, it's a good thing, yeah. I mean, it has come. You have the antibodies. You have experienced what it is. You need not be scared of it anymore. And that's it. It's done once. Of course, it can reoccur. It can recur. You're not completely safe from it forever. But on the other hand, you also have immunity for some time. It gives you the freedom to do certain things. And how did I catch it? I got it from my family. My brother, he had his second baby. So basically, he got it from the hospital from where the baby was born. And then from my brother, it passed on to his elder son, 4 years old, 5 years old. From my nephew, it passed on to my parents. From my parents, it passed on to me. And from me, that's it. I hope the lineage ends with it. I was really, really careful not to come in contact with anyone. So I hope that's where the buck stops. None of the hospital stopped me. Got it from me or something. And I hope the transmission ends well. My parents are all doing well. My brother is doing well. Thanks for super chat, Teja. Yes, I'm okay. No, it's not I'm always tired. I think I'm functioning pretty normally. But yeah, the lung capacity is maybe not at the maximum for now. But I haven't really tested it. I haven't walked around. I haven't spoken as much as I would normally. I'm building it slowly and steadily so that I don't get overwhelmed at once. So one of the things was I immediately thought I'll come back and do a stream, but again, I just wanted to give myself 2-3 days of just sorting things out, giving time for myself where I can do whatever I want. By the way, the games haven't started, right? 2 minutes left in the game. That would be embarrassing. I don't know, is it just me or somehow the tournament seems to be going so super slow? Is it just that my enthusiasm to play chess or I don't know. But it's nice the kind of opponents I've been getting, the non-GMs. My play has been so dismal, but I managed to win 3 games because my opponents haven't been playing so strong. I don't know how long this can continue. Thanks for super chat, Teja. Hi, yeah, pain cycle of code. Will I play Champion Chess Tour? Have you ever seen me play in the Champion Chess Tour? No, it will take a bit of while to get back with lung capacity. I see that it's also affecting my the chess I play. I'm not sharp. I'm not fast. I'm actually feeling pretty sluggish, especially towards the end in hand trouble. We haven't got to that phase yet. Okay, next game will be. I'll start with d4 this time. Knight f3 hasn't worked out so well. I think I'll play something in London. Or maybe the d4 main lines. Let's see what it got here. It's gambit accepted. Very, very safe. Against knight c6, what do we do? There is knight c6 and a6 here. After knight c6, there is knight c3, there is b3. And what else can I do? What did I recommend in my course? I don't remember. And I do remember, but they all play that. My recollection is so easy. It's all like fugazi. I'm just playing natural moves. This feels a bit suspicious for me. I think d5 is already a serious one. Should we take with the queen or the bishop? If I take with the queen, it actually feels like he doesn't have a good move. Looks very risky for him. Quite adventurous play by Black in the open. Queen into d5. But yeah, I think he should be having a defense, yeah. Bishop into g4 is what I was thinking. But maybe I have nothing here. Yeah, I think I probably have nothing here. In which case, opening strategy was not totally bad. There's this queen saved defense. Bishop a6 takes. Maybe I'll win an exchange. Bishop d4, bishop d6. Ah, he just has this difference. Okay, just equal. It's completely equal. Should be a draw. We'll just play on first. Because why not? Also an interesting benchmark, I guess. Yeah. Basically, me playing at my worst, and worst as in at my worst shape physically. Because in terms of energy, it's going to be hard to get lower than this. So that will be an interesting benchmark to maybe look at in the future. Okay, I should just make a draw. It's just so equal. I don't even know why we're still playing. Okay, fair. Fair result. Although I clearly missed. I clearly missed the opportunity somewhere. Yeah, I think creatively it was one of the better games. I don't know how to. Let's scan to go out of this page just in case. The next game is about to start anytime. But yeah, I think I should have. I had some chances in that game. I thought I was doing. I had a pretty nice push out of it. Somehow I messed up somewhere. My childhood stories are still ongoing. Wow, thank you so much, Light. Yes, guys. Great to see you all back as well. Great to be back. Still some games going on, I guess. Millennium is playing till the last in every game. I don't know who is crazy Martians. This is a draw. Pretty easy draw actually. The king waits here and it's a draw. So I don't think it was great end game technique. Oh, actually, this is lost for white. For black. King is too far away. King is badly placed. Yeah, there are these side checks, yeah. Yeah, it's a draw. It's a draw. White have a winning chance? I don't think so. I also don't have the energy to calculate. Now that I think of it, calculation takes a lot of energy, guys. I'm missing a lot in calculation. Because calculation takes energy. That is why you need energy to play chess. Calculation takes energy, then recall takes energy. All these mental things required from chess. Required for chess, it takes a lot of brain energy. I have no idea what's going on here. I just took pawn, I just saw pawn, took pawn. But it feels like I'm okay at the end of it. But yeah, he can defend it with bishop e3 rook c. At least I'm not worse. Thanks for super chat, Sudarshan. Yes, I am taking rest. It's a pretty restful stream so far today. This question I can play on a bit. Oh, I didn't expect Ripjaws. Now I have to fight for it. Was unfortunate. Maybe a bit careless.
Eyes wide, tongue tied, midnight. You can say all that you want, but you and I were meant for this. You know, sometimes we hide behind this illusion that we're done. Oh, please see that you're wrong in this. I don't fall in love 'cause I'm here tonight. Don't wanna say it, but it just feels right.
But yes, plays really unconvincing. So I will just give up hope. His conversion technique is terrible, which makes me feel all that much worse that I allowed him to get into this question.
I still feel like you lied about the way that you can't love. We should have never let this go. No, we were the catch on the summer nights. Kids in the street that got it right. Every time I felt to let go. Every time I felt to let go.
Yeah, got back to let's play C6 check. I'm in a little trap. Then I have knight D6 check.
If this is what you want, if you wanna go, I'll have to go and let it breathe. But I'll be waiting here to see. I don't know if everything will be alright. Sometimes you gotta let go.
Actually not bad from him.
Go. Where am I going now? Just falling over dreams. Now I'm just so far
of something. I may have thought I may have secured myself a draw, but perhaps not. Oh man, I shouldn't have lost this. Just so embarrassing. What kind of player I'm losing? This one I just shouldn't have lost. The blended I did was totally unwarranted. Giving up the pawn like that. Like, here I just shouldn't have played. I just didn't expect him to play rook b. Well, after that I resisted well, because also thanks to pretty generous help from him. At this point, yeah, I should have just taken the point, made it work. Yeah, here also, but at this point I was kind of harboring hopes of winning, you know. He had shown such bad technique. Piano out of 6 is a bad score actually. But yeah, mostly this game was very disappointing. King Kid 98. Indeed, Single Man. It's from Chennai. Somewhat strange opening, by the way. Carting a square around this. Look at it. Yes, survived okay. Despite, look at how many times. Build one more. Yeah, black's totally fine. But as long as I still have this bishop, I think I might have some claim to an edge. I can certainly pretend. Actually, not a totally nice motor face. Good mover. Very uncomfortable for me to face. Should buckle down and try to equalize. I'm just a pawn now. No compensation, no pretense that I'm the one pressing or something. But I think I'm not in any major danger of losing. It's a good move by her. I think I can play queen d5 and make a draw here. But that kills any chances I might have of winning. Like f5. Just to keep some fight. Okay, I should have just taken. Should have done what earlier. This is going to be a suffering. Can draw this, but it's going to be a lot of suffering. This I'm not even sure if I can draw. I think I'm just losing this. I think I may have gotten myself a reprieve. Good draw. No, I'm just losing this. Sad, 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 sad. I'm pretty sure the endgame should have been a draw. These things are very, very tricky to do in 5 seconds. Suppose endgame is a draw. Did I? Yeah, I should go rook a1. The right technique. Yeah, rook a2 check is the one. And now, yeah, I also have rook a1 check. But just no energy. These are the moments, you know. These are the moments. Oh, the next game has started. Over 96 answer. This is getting a bit dangerous for me. Just exchanging off the queens. Trying to at least. Now I'm safe in the driver's seat. I think I'm feeling warmed up. Tired but warmed up. You just need that game time, you know. It's very important. The same with everything. Physical exercise or mental exercise, playing chess. You need to use it or lose it. You need that game time. You need that warm up. You need that. You need to do these things and try and stay in shape. Constantly practice. I have been lacking that the last 3 weeks especially. Previously, even if I was not playing a lot of chess, I used to constantly stay in touch with chess. These 3 weeks, you can see, I haven't even been able to do that, and it's clearly showing. Yeah, so it's the same for everyone. The principles, and even after you've built up years of practice, you still have to keep at it regularly. Otherwise, it's a very quick process to yeah, on for troubles. Perhaps a bit more upon. I just need to stop this from with my knife. It's pretty easy. Okay, that felt good. That felt good. That was an easy one, and also establishing myself as a decent player. There's a bit more of flow to it. So one of the sad things about chess, one of the sad things about this Title Tuesday, all these games, it goes onto the database. So some of my more embarrassing moments, definitely it stays there. It's one of the reasons why I prefer not to play when I'm in shape. But I think again today is okay. It's a kind of benchmark because in the future I can always come back, look at this, and say, okay, yeah, things have been worse and things have become better from there. So if I can do this at my worst, still win, come and beat people. All these players are title players, so they're not total noobs either. I think that's a pretty useful benchmark to have in general, and that's also one of the reasons I'm doing it. But apart from that, it's really important to try and keep things going. It's very important not to stay stagnant for too long, because it that inactivity, it's very killing. It can be pretty destructive. The inertia, the inactivity. Game between Big Fish against Hikaru. Hikaru is down a lot of pawns, but I think he ship b3 check and rook c7 coming in. See, Hikaru, he just played the champion chess tour. He just keeps going. And here I think he's going to beat Big Fish, so he'll be on 7.5 out of 8. Big Fish, very strong player. Vladimir Fedosi from Russia. NR Vishak seems to be doing well amongst the Indians, but here he's struggling to make a draw. Then who else? I don't know what these kids like Raunak is doing with, but I don't see him at the top. Yeah, the title Tuesday can also be completely random, yeah. 4.5 out of 8. Okay, guys, let's try and do dash. Let's try and get to 7.5 respectable score. That would be. Meanwhile, again, yeah, any questions, any any COVID AMA, any questions? Welcome to ask. I'm at. Oh, take care, JC. Yeah, just give yourself time and do take it seriously. It's not just going to go away on its own. Hi, 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 Shrishti. Welcome. Good to see you all back. Thank you so much, Cosmo. Well, I've got an organic form of vaccine. I got the COVID itself. It gives you antibodies. Not the most pain-free way, but I suppose it works. How about you guys? Have you got your vaccines? I think it's going to take a while. Uh, maybe three months, 4 months from now, more people will be like, I'm vaccinated. Yes, I know. The cough really sucks and exhausted. It's better not to get it. It's better to get chemically vaccinated, you know. The organic vaccine isn't worth it. Yeah, it's not really an option for a lot of us right now. But hopefully, you know, by about 3 months, all of us, a lot more of us will be vaccinated. That would be great. That would make things a lot easier for sure. Yeah, vaccine gives fever and side effects for 2 days. COVID gives fever and side effect for 2 weeks. So that's the choice we have. So what are the standings? Hikaru is at 7.5 out of 8, along with two others. Abdus Satru at 7 out of 8. I don't see any of the Indians at the top this time. I think I just need to try and get in shape for next week and bring back the Indian flag. NR Vishak at 6 out of 8. But otherwise, no. Swimmerch is at 5 out of 8. But where are all the top Indian GMs? I don't see them. My score is highly embarrassing at 4.5 out of 8. But I'm feeling better now than I did at the start of the stream. Harsha seems to be doing okay, 6.5 out of 8. He has the time for a final dash. Yeah, the San Fermin Banter Blitz Cup. It's just the Banter Blitz tournament between 64 players. And I think the players are still getting filled up. Yeah, I saw Champ 2005 somewhere. But quickly went past. Should be around 6 out of 8, I think. It's actually a pretty decent score, but because we have so many people around, it feels. So anyone below 4.5 out of 8, any GMs giving me company, I highly doubt it. There are a couple of GMs at 4.5, but oh, Demchenko is actually quite strong. Surprised. Surprise. No, I won't play the World Cup. World Cup has stringent qualification. You need to be closer to the top 100. I'm somewhere around 200, 250, I think. Sure, JC. Take care. And sure, catch up next time. These breaks are so incredibly annoying. I wish we didn't have these such long breaks actually. Just 40k new cases reported today, yeah? No, I don't know. Honestly speaking, yeah, it seems a lot better in the main cities, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, and stuff. But in the rural areas, I'm not sure how things are. Uh, of course, there's COVID raging on, and my own perspective changed a lot after I got it. Before that, it almost felt like I was oblivious to it. Like others were getting it. There were COVID cases, there were oxygen shortage, there were huge issues. There was it all felt very dark, but life still continues as normal. But after I myself got hit with it, I think it hit a lot closer to home, and you really started feeling the problems and the way that people were suffering, And again, it's really not clear how long this disruption is going to last. A lot of mathematical models were. I really can't seem to get a good forecast anywhere. Historically, all the pandemics, uh, how all the pandemics, it hasn't really lasted more than 3 to 5 years max, and these were at non-scientific times. But the thing is, the more destructive a pandemic is, the more people it kills, the less likelier it is to last, because then it takes time. Then it's difficult for it to find new hosts. But the mortality rate for the COVID, it's actually a lot lesser than something like the plague or the Black Death. And for this reason, and also because of all the mutant strains, the variants, which seems to be a lot more transmissible. It has been in India. In a few months, it's going to be across the world, in other places as well. So it's really difficult to predict. It's nice to have this optimistic view that by next year things are going to be pretty much back to normal. But even with vaccination, I'm really not sure how we're going to cope up with the constant mutations. But yeah, fingers crossed. As long as we can get these vaccinations going, especially the way it's being done in some of the other wealthier countries. So if we can get COVID-free country by country by country, then soon enough across the world, will get easier for all of us. Israel seems to have done fantastic work with regard to vaccination. Like 61% of the population is vaccinated. Certainly a better question for me, but who's ZQ1 by the way? Dimitri Guruch. I think he's a I mean, he's a grandmaster, that is apparent, but I think he's a bit old. I don't remember. So far, I played well in this game. Which hasn't been a normal thing for today. Yeah, allowed him counterplay, which I shouldn't have. But such a nice question. Brilliant control. Hey, why didn't I just take this pawn? Just two grandmasters playing extremely bad chess. So far, he has played worse. This game is an example of how bad grandmaster level can go down to. I really hope I'm not the last one to make a horrible game of this game. So far we had traded a lot of favors. Also made 7 how does it prevent he just wants to make a draw. Okay, so such a horrendous game, but I managed to pull through. Wow, what a bad game. What an accuracy point. So filled with mistakes. .7 and 65 point. Yeah, I had such a nice position from the opening. Huge advantage. I need not have played knight e5. Bishop at f6 was better. Bishop at f6 was certainly better. Yeah. And from here, one of the bizarre moments in the game, why didn't I take this pawn? This was free. Did you spot it, chat? I just got it for free. And okay, here also I'm totally winning. Knight c6 was a blunder. And from here on it was just a blunder fest of sorts. Finally I just managed to prevail. Kind of lucky. Inian. How's Inian doing? Seems to be was actually 6 out of 8 and was not having a great tournament. Down by so many points. Nice try, but okay. So Indian is qualified to the World Cup. Huh? I think again a lot of you might be knowing, but for those who don't, it's actually an incredible achievement to just qualify for the World Cup, guys. It's the top 200 players in the world. It's a lot of hard work to get there. This other was winning. So we have 8 out of 9. And otherwise, first standings. Here are the standings. It hasn't updated, but I think Hikaru should be leading all the way. It's amazing how consistent Hikaru is, yeah? 8 and out of 9. It's so incredibly consistent. You know, despite Alireza is not playing, yeah? Champ 2005, 7 out of 9, still in contention. 9 out of 11 wouldn't be such a bad score. Otherwise, I guess it's just the usual suspects. Which plays am I in? 5 out of 9. Still not in the top 100. $113. Playing Bullet Emo from Estonia. Back to my good old classical. Very tricky opening. Faces wide. They are not likely to forget that easily. It's a pretty nice and trusted blitz opening. know this. Doesn't look. This is a bad question. English exposed only the weak scores. Okay, let's try and survive. Only the big problem from an opponent, too many good options. Problem of plenty. Which can be confusing. Very strong, no? Definitely missed by me. I think I should resign this. Just worse. Losing a piece after G. It's gone so horribly wrong for me. This might be a bit of a reprieve. Probably not. Queen b6 and I just lost. No, let's just lose. Okay, just one more game. 5 out of 10. Okay guys, so this is as bad as it can be for the title use. Perhaps I would have scored a bit less if I was playing during COVID. That's something we might not find out. Hopefully. But yeah, in terms of post-COVID, I think this is going to be as bad as it can get. This is the benchmark, the lowest. This is as low as it can go. I wouldn't say it was totally unexpected. 5 out of 10. It's very possible. I think if people have got similar scores even when you are feeling in better shape, you know. And Carl is winning this. surprised. Ronak is winning this. Again, not surprised. He will go to 8 out of 10. Indian has 6 out of 10 and he seems to be doing okay. Slightly better, I think. All the winning chances. Vishak is also winning. He'll move to 7 out of 8. Yeah, it will be nice to see how I do in the next title Tuesday on 8th. How much of my strength I've recovered by that time. I'm expecting it will be a completely normal one, like 7, 8 out of 11. But yeah, it will be interesting. It will be interesting to chart the recovery, you know. It's a kind of experiment by itself, especially for me. I'm curious to see how the impact of the COVID is in terms of playing chess. But you can clearly see how important energy is for playing chess, yeah. Thank you so much, Satyam. Yeah, why is this taking so long? Just get this over with. Wow, this is going to be a draw. Even Indian has only 6 under out of 10. And I have 5.5, so perhaps not all is well with the world. I think it should start in like 20 seconds. Maybe I should do a chess with Discord thing just to get some wins going, but with no timeouts this time. Yo, Rishak. I'm doing good. I just play EVO. I haven't played it at all. Yusuf, I ain't playing it now. She'll play French. Let's see. E5. Grow Valicus. I don't like this so much for what? Okay, I think despite random sequence of moves, I think I got good position. now just gone up. Okay, even post COVID, I guess. I mean, it's not just post COVID. I think just also several weeks of rustiness showing today. This is really not a question. I'm happy to be in this level of rustiness that I'm showing, because that compromises a bit with my identity as a chess player, as a grandmaster. I like to maintain certain standards in everything I do, but especially in chess, and I have slipped down that. Shape has fallen considerably, and that's something I don't want to. It's a zone I don't want to stay for too long. Although I think the end will be, it's likely to be a win. That's such a nice question. Although I haven't shown a lot of, I haven't really been convincing with my conversion. Just coasting along. I'm doing stuff like playing C4. Not good. Not even sure if I'll win this. No. Oh, how long? How long do I have to suffer this bad play of mine? Not a pleasant experience. Finally, I got a winning push. I'm still fighting on. Few time resistance. So, okay, 600 out of 11. That's the final score, guys, of the worst title Tuesday stream in the history of my life. Hopefully, forever. I really don't expect myself to outperform myself uh, below this in the next few years. Maybe when I get really old, like 60, 70, my health gets really bad, and then I can maybe perform worse than this. But if it's going to be as bad as it can get, 600 out of 11, you can benchmark this, screenshot this, and mark it for future reference. So we've seen the best title Tuesday where I finished third, and this is the bottom. Yes, Jacob, I can smell the second variant. It's the lack of smell, the lack of taste. It's an earlier, less potent strain. The second wave, it's a lot more. As massive, it's a lot more potent, and here you do have the ability to smell. Thank you so much, Satya. Thank you so much, all of you. Chat, you have been so wonderful. So many hearts, so much love. It was definitely what I expected, but it's still so nice and pleasant to get back in touch with all of you. Today's stream went along expected lines. I was really struggling in terms of chess. I was struggling to talk, and I got a lot of love from all of you guys. Um, it was wonderful. It was wonderful being back, and it's nice to put out a stream out there after once again a really long time. The show must go on. Life has to go on. We have to keep moving, and this is what I do. Uh, Hopefully, by next week, again energy benchmarks. So you're seeing me at my lowest energy now. By next week, I really hope that things are back to normal, much closer to normal. And a couple of weeks later, wow! So Abdul Sattar has won Title Tuesday. Awesome. Hikaru lost the final game. Not a bad thing to have some change once in a while. So yes, Abdul Sattar has won. Hikaru in the second place, and maybe a quick look at some of the top Indian guys before we sign off. Raunak finished 8 out of 11. Disappointing by his standards for sure. Apart from that, I think it's the usual suspects 8 out of 11, 7.5, 7. The normal score, kind of what my average is as well. And I finished 113. 6.5 out of 11. It happens. I mean, even in good shape, I think 6.5 is an acceptable score. And 113 out of 450. Statistically, it's not too bad. We see the total people who played. I'm pretty sure it's close to 600. So statistically, it's still in the top. Levi Rosman with 5 out of 11. Well, okay. Even I think even if uh, I was playing with COVID positive, I'd probably score higher than some of the players. All right, guys. So that's the end of the chess part for today. Now, if you have any questions about my COVID journey, my recovery, anything, thanks a lot for all the love, Chirag, Ankit. Thank you, Jacob. And any questions, any AMA, you can ask me anything and I'll let you know my experience. I wanted to connect with you guys immediately after coming back from the hospital. But again, just to give you a brief, my brother who had his second baby, he probably got it from the hospital. He gave it to his first son, my nephew. My nephew gave it to my parents, and then my parents gave it to me as I was taking care of them. And I hope that's where the transmission stopped from my end. I really hope I didn't give it to at least no known people. Uh, and it's been so I started showing symptoms at around 17th. It's been about 2 weeks now, I think, and as you can see, I'm pretty much back to okay. But in terms of energy, in terms of lung capacity, the ability to talk, all these things have diminished a bit. It's not back to the full burst yet, but important thing to keep trying, and it all comes back to normal. So what you had, I'm pretty sure with time, all these things come back. So good thing is I've recovered well. Things were things were actually quite complex at some point. My oxygen levels really dropped to about 85, 80, uh, unless I was connected to an oxygen concentrator. But again, I got such fantastic. Uh, yeah, I do have spirometer. I do this exercises. I don't know how well I do it, but yeah, I have improved quite a bit. Initially, I was struggling to get even one of the balls up. I can now get all three and hold it for a while. So yeah, I do these things like 10-15 times a set, a few times in a day, and I do pay attention to my breath as well from time to time, and try to do these basic exercises. All right, guys. All right. Um, so I think we can wrap it up for tonight. Jacob, you can find all the. In the hospital, it was actually pretty chill. I didn't really have to try hard to. I didn't really have to try hard to stay optimistic or something. I got better really quickly, and I was, it looked complex for me, but when I saw the other people in the hospital, they were all at much worse situations. People hooked up to oxygen support in ICU. There were a lot of people were in much worse situation than me. I was relatively quite okay. My symptoms, I had fever, constant fever, I had throat pain. Um, I just felt like curling up and sleeping all the time. I couldn't sit, I couldn't eat properly. Um, and this lasted for at least a few days. The first 3-4 days I had absolutely no problems. Although even when my temperature reached 102, I was feeling completely energetic. The first 3-4 days I was completely okay. After fourth day, fifth day, I got completely worn down. I just couldn't do anything. 5, 6, 7, they were really, really bad until I went to the hospital. All right, guys. All right. I think that's all for tonight. And thank you so much again for tuning in, all of you. Love you all so much. Thank you again so much. Do like the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And see you guys really, really soon on one of the other streams, either on my channel or just 24 India. Maybe one more of these casual streams. Let's see. We'll see you really, really soon. And I'll also try to keep concentrating, keep focusing, and try to get back my shape. A very embarrassing level of chess displayed today, and even in COVID situation, even in post-COVID, I don't know how to play this badly. So it's really time to work on things and get back into shape. This just feels embarrassing. Not for long. and see you guys. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Love you all. And again, can't thank you enough. Can't thank you. Express gratitude for all the love and affection shown. Wonderful, wonderful guys, you all are. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to stream for you, and hope to continue along the journey for a really long time. Bye bye.